市民，前 So they have like a shared number to cook it thing. So what do you got? The apple and the mint, and they have what's that?
Fortune cookie.
A fortune cookie.
like mug held up in the
Mug?
alleyway. Mug. Like, there's still
Muglers.